Hello and welcome to our first session of Riviera Fest. This is the hot off the press session where we're going to be hearing all of the latest updates from Riviera. And we're joined this afternoon by Will Sarson, who is Product Director at Riviera Travel. Hi, Will, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Great to see you.
Lovely, thank you. So to let you know what's coming up over the next 20 minutes, we're going to be talking through Riviera's recently added tours and cruises, as well as what new opportunities there are to come in 2025 and beyond. So please remember, do ask any questions you have in the box down there, and we'll answer those for you as we go along. So Will, to set the scene, have you used any travel trends to inform recent decisions on product launches at Riviera?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a few trends that we've noticed over the past sort of 12 months or so. I think one of those is that there's been an increase in demand for more premium style holidays, people wanting to spend a bit more to get a bit more. So that's really helped to inform our signature range of holidays, which I'll probably end up talking about shortly. There's also been a big move towards long haul holidays as well. So we've got huge growth on our long haul holidays. So that's really helped us to put more and more product on sale for those people. I think another trend we've noticed is that people are really into the idea of flexibility and wanting to make holidays their own. So we've really tried to capitalize on that and give people what they want on that front. And then lastly, solo travel just goes from strength to strength. We've had our biggest ever year in 2025, and we're set to eclipse that again in 2026. So solo travel, absolutely huge at the moment.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. And let's talk about your touring product first. Which tours have been added to your touring portfolio most recently?
So our most recent launch was our Europe launch, which was a couple of months ago now. So we launched about 12 new products in that frame. Probably my favourite was our Puglia tour. So Puglia in the sort of the heel of Italy. It's a place that we visited in the past. And the next sort of evolution of our holiday, the team went out there and really got under the skin and tried to find some new experiences and find a different way of doing that holiday, having listened to some customer feedback about what they wanted from that. So that was quite an exciting thing. And then on the long haul side, we're back in China for the first time since the pandemic, which is great. So we've just had our first group back from China. They had a wonderful time seeing all the amazing highlights out there.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. There's a lovely comment from Judy. Judy Mason says, I love your solo packages. That's lovely to hear. Thank you, Judy.
Yeah, thank you very much, Judy.
So, staying with touring, which new destinations do you have? You mentioned you've got China there, but tell us what else you've got coming up as well.
So another new tour that we launched in our most recent launch for Europe was Albania for the first time. So I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram, and it's a real buzzy destination at the moment. I went out there 10 years ago, and it really wasn't ready for tourism. But over the past couple of years, it's really come on leaps and bounds. They've got great infrastructure, they've got great hotels, and now people can really start to enjoy all the wealth of interest in history, great scenery, really good food that Albania's got to offer. And then sort of further afield, South Korea is another interesting one. So we take thousands of passengers every year to Japan. And as customers come back and go, oh, absolutely love Japan, where next? And so South Korea is a really great next tour for guests who've been to Japan and really like what that's got to offer, want something similar but not the same.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. That's a great tip. Thank you. And Gail has asked, are there any specific tours that have zero solo supplements at all?
So we have our whole range of solo dedicated holidays. So ocean cruises, river cruises, European holidays, long haul holidays. Everything in that range is dedicated solo travelers. So the price you see is the price you pay, no extra supplements to pay. So we've got a huge range these days. I think over 40 options, 40 different itineraries with many departure dates for each.
Oh, that's amazing. Perfect. And there's lots of love in the comment section for your new destinations, Albania. And Lindy said she'd love to go to South Korea. Yeah, me too, Lindy. I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's great. It really is great. Worth going. Great food.
Amazing. Oh, and well, have you added any new in-destination experiences, or do you have any in the pipeline that agents should have on their radar?
Yeah, well, when we launched Europe in April, we also relaunched our signature collection. And as part of that, we looked at all of the signature experiences we include as part of that range, and looked at where we could do things that are even bigger, better, more immersive, more experiential than ever before. So whether we're in Madrid and we take people to a really traditional flamenco theatre and you get up close and personal for you can feel the air coming off the stage as they're
Yeah.
stamping their feet. In Cadiz, in the south of Spain, we go to an absolutely beautiful historic cafe called Cafe Royalty, where we have an afternoon tea. So you really do feel like royalty when you're there. And then sort of down the other end of the scale, in Tuscany, we visit a family-run farmhouse, and we have a proper Tuscan family-style lunch. So everything from the super classy to the super rustic. We all just trying to find ways of getting people to, really feel the destination.
Oh, amazing. They sound brilliant. Thank you. Muriel says she's just confirmed her first ever booking to Albania last week. Oh, well done.
Oh,
I'm sure that'll be
excellent.
brilliant. And how about where customers stay on your touring product? Are you working with any new accommodation providers?
Yes, so again, as part of that signature launch, we made the decision to move everything up to minimum 4-star standard. So as part of that, we've got lots of new hotels in the program. Now, one thing about the way we work, we're not tied to any one particular chain of hotels or hotel provider. So we always just pick on every single tour what the best hotel is for that tour, whether it be the most perfect location, just something that fits in with the flow, something that tells the story of the destination. So we don't like to limit ourselves by saying, oh, we're going to just be working with this one particular chain. We just pick it every single time for what's best, and we've got quite a few new ones in the program with that ethos.
Oh, brilliant, thank you. And let's move on to your cruise product now. What are the most recent itinerary additions to your river cruise portfolio?
So back at the end of February, we launched 2 brand new itineraries on our river cruise side. So the first is our festive cruise to France. Now, we've been operating festive cruises in the German market and also along the Danube, so Hungary, Austria. We've been doing that for, getting on for 10 years now, so a good long while. But we've just launched our first ever French one. So it starts in Paris and then cruises up the Seine. So you visit some incredible chateaux that are all dedicated in the most festive way you can imagine. Absolutely stunning. And it's absolutely flying off the shelves at the moment. People can't get enough of that. So that's great. And then the other thing that we launched at the same time, so just go back a year and we launched our Discovery cruises. So these are short taster cruises, 3 or 4 nights, great for people who've never been on a river cruise before to say, is this for me? I'm not really, I've heard of it. I'm not really sure about it. Maybe you're an ocean cruiser. So we put these taster cruises out there and they've gone really well. But one bit of customer feedback we kept getting was, I love this idea, but it'd be even better if we could do it on the Danube. And so, lo and behold, we've launched a Danube Discovery cruise. So 4 nights, and in those 4 nights, you get to Budapest, you get to Vienna, you get to Bratislava. A great way to experience a river cruise for the first time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, brilliant, lovely. We've got a question here from Chrissy. I think this might be related to touring, but we'll just cover that one quickly. She says, do you offer cooking classes at the destinations?
Yeah, in many places we do. So, for example, Marrakesh, we have a really nice cooking class. And we know how important food is to our guests. And so whether it be specific cooking classes or demonstrations or like the visits to the Tuscan country house, we try and pick the things that are best. So not just sort of tourist traps, but things that we think really add something to the experience.
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you. Sounds delicious. And going back to cruise, what about your fleet? Which is your newest ship? And do you have any others on the horizon?
Well, it's a very timely question, actually, because as we speak, the Riviera Radiance is taking its very, very first guests on board right now. So really exciting day at Riviera HQ with the Riviera Radiance launching today. So that's sailing the whole season on the Danube this year. We're so excited about it. It's a beautiful ship. It's a new design. It's got some really nice new features. So that's a really great move forward for us. Going back to April, we also welcomed another new ship, the Riviera Rose. So that sails on the Douro. Again, a brand new ship, brand new design, got some really beautiful features. So that's been sailing for a couple of months already, and the feedback has been fantastic. So that's always great to hear. And then just looking ahead to 2026, we have our next new ship, the Riviera Resplendence. So that's going to be a sister ship to the Radiance, and that sets sail for the first time in July next year.
Gosh, you have been busy. That's incredible. Thank you. There's a lovely comment from Gail. She says, ocean cruises show you the world, but river cruise lets you feel it.
Ooh.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic.
What a job. Gail. That's great.
And how about onboard activities and dining? Do you have any recent updates or additions to these or any plans in place to do so?
Yeah, so I mean, just thinking about those new ships, both of them have got a brand new restaurant that we've not had before. So on the Riviera Rose, we have the Rio restaurant. So that's in like an atrium style. So just so much light flooding in. So you're sat out in Portugal. It feels like you're outside, but you're in a restaurant at the same time. So a beautiful way of indulging in some Portuguese cuisine. And then on the Riviera Radiance and also on the Resplendence next year, we have our Mosaic restaurant. So that's a third restaurant on those ships, which is a bit of a
Yeah.
rarity on river cruise ships to have three separate restaurants. So the whole theme of Mosaic is that it's all dishes inspired by the rivers of Europe, which is obviously very apt, as that's what we're doing. So whether that's the perch from the Rhine or the pastes de nata from the Douro or a nice warming goulash from the Danube, it's all on there and it helps you feel like you're connecting to the rivers. And of course, we've got some nice wine pairing that's all inspired by the vineyards around the areas that we're sailing.
Gosh, you're making me hungry. They sound amazing. Lovely. Thank you. And let's chat about shore excursions. What are the newest experiences your river cruises offer? And do you have any more in the pipeline?
Yeah, so as I mentioned at the start, flexibility is one thing that we're seeing a lot of customers saying that they want more of. And so that's something that we've acted upon. And so from this year, in many destinations now, when you reach a port, we give you a choice of excursions included in the price. So you don't have to pay extra for that. So I think that's a really great way of people tailoring the cruise to suit their own style. So, for example, sometimes you might have a choice between a nice, relaxing panoramic style coach journey to see the sights versus a slightly more active walking tour. And then other times it might be to see two different aspects of a destination. So, when we're in Breisach, for example, you may choose to go and discover the Black Forest and maybe a little bit of Black Forest Gâteau while you're there, or you're right near to the Alsace wine route. So go off and see some beautiful vineyards and taste some beautiful Alsace wines.
Wow.
As well as that, we do also have some extra options, sort of payable extras, where it's a little bit more niche or a little bit specialist. So, for example, we have like an Eat Like a Local tour in Serbia, or when we're on the Rhone, we have a visit to a truffle farm. So again, you see that food is often the forefront of our thoughts because that's
Very
what customers tell
sensible.
us they
Yeah.
like most.
Fabulous. Well, Grace says she's got clients boarding the Riviera Rose next week. Wow, wishing them a lovely cruise.
Yeah, brilliant.
Suzanne said, I loved my festive market river cruise last December. She was on board the William Wordsworth. And Heather is looking forward to her first Riviera River cruise this December. So, wow, they sound incredible.
Okay, well, sounds like we've got a lot of people who know what they're talking about on board, which is
Yeah,
great.
definitely. Fabulous. And thinking about your ocean cruise product, what's new there? Do you have any new ships, itineraries, or excursions that you can share with us?
Yeah, so you may know that we have our Croatian yacht program, where we have five ships sailing around the islands and coasts of Croatia. So we welcome a sixth ship to the fleet in 2026, the MS Equator. Now that's going to be doing a new itinerary that we've not done before. So it's sailing out of Apatia. For anyone who's been to Apatia, you'll know how beautiful that part of Croatia is. And it visits places like Pula, which has got the gorgeous Roman amphitheatre, and then some of the really stunning islands, many of which you might not have heard of, like Kirk. So it's nice to see a different side of Croatia because I think
Yeah.
a lot of the time people go on one and they'll perhaps do the ones that go to Dubrovnik and Split because they're the big names. So nice to have
Yeah.
one in there with some sort of the lesser known places as well.
Brilliant. Thank you. And Gail's got a question here. She says, if a client doesn't want to do the excursions, even though they are included, can they opt out?
Absolutely, you can always do your own thing. Yeah, there's no there's no pressure to do anything you don't want to do. Just do your own thing every day.
Perfect. Thank you. And do they have to tell anyone when they're on board, or is it just a case of, just don't turn up?
Well, there's obviously sailing times to that we have to acknowledge, but yeah, it's not very regimented. It's a lot more
Yeah.
easygoing than an ocean cruise, for example.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you. Now, selling tips are always invaluable. So tell us, how would you recommend, that agents build excitement around all of this new product that we've been talking about when they're doing it in their marketing activity?
So for me as product director, the thing that excites me most is the fact that all of these innovations come about as a result of listening to customers. So we can always be pretty sure that the things that we're doing are going to be really well received by customers and really enhance their holiday because it sort of comes from them in the first place. They give us a bit of feedback and we take that and try and turn it into something amazing. So when you book with Riviera, you know that your customer is going to end up getting something that's delivered sort of as a result of customer feedback, because it's just that ongoing loop.
Yeah.
As well as that, we've got a huge range of regional flights, for example. So we cater really well for all around the country, and we don't charge any extra for regional flights. There's no regional supplements whatsoever. If we don't have the flights that you want, or you want to sort of change the day of departure and go out earlier, we have our travel concierge service, which can help you with that as well. So lots of things that you can talk about to get people excited, and I think often that the holidays speak for themselves.
Brilliant, lovely. Those are some great suggestions. Thank you. And do you have any images or video footage available that agents could use to promote the new cruises and tours?
Yeah, we've got a huge amount of resources for agents. So if you speak to your key account manager, we also have the Riviera Explorer training modules, there's so much information and useful stuff on there as well. So between those things, I think we should have you covered.
Oh, brilliant. And how do they get into those training modules? Is that online?
Yes, there should be. I don't know the link off the top of my head, I'm afraid, but we'll make sure we have that for everyone.
We'll share that
Don't you
afterwards.
worry.
Wonderful, thank you. And Marie says, what can I tell responsible travellers who are keen on travelling sustainably about Riviera travel?
That's a great question, yeah. So our new ships, the Radiants, the Rose, the Resplendents, they're harnessing new technology on board. And so there's something called the Green Award, which is run by a not-for-profit organisation that judges different types of ships that are travelling on the inland waterways of Europe. And they have certain standards that you can reach in order to show that you've got good sustainability credentials. All of those ships that we're building at the moment are built to try and achieve gold standard, which is obviously as good as it gets. So there's been a lot of thought put into the carbon, the waste management on board, everything like that. So these are our most sustainable ships ever.
Brilliant, thank you. And Suzanne has asked, do you have flights from Ireland?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we have flights from Belfast and we have flights from Dublin.
Perfect, thank you. And we've popped the link in there for you, www.riverexplorer.com/login. That is the best place to get to the training modules. Gail has also asked if she can add her own branding to the marketing assets that you were talking about.
Yeah, that should be fine. Again, if you've got any questions about sort of specifics like that, your key account manager will be able to help you out.
Perfect, lovely. And if agents want to go and find the full details of all these tours and cruises we've been chatting about today, is it best to head to your website?
Yeah, our website's got plenty of information about all of the itineraries broken down by day. It's got FAQs, got loads of stuff on there. Anything that's not on there that you need to know, it might be on Riv Explorer, but just get in touch with us. We're more than happy to help. We're here all the time. We want to help you. We want to be easy to work with. We want to help you get those bookings for your guests.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Well, we've just got a minute or two left. So if you've got any final questions, please do pop them in. But that was fantastic. Thank you, Will. I think we've covered so much ground this afternoon and you've shared some really brilliant insights. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you to everyone watching as well. We hope you enjoyed this first session. I think we've got sort of 1 minute left, so I'm going to ask you, Will, for your favourite tour or cruise. I'm sure it's like trying to choose a favourite child, but do you have one that you really, really love?
Our classical Spain European tour is probably my favourite because I love the south of Spain. It's got incredible architecture. The food is immense. The wine is brilliant. The places that you see are all great. It's just, yeah, for me, it's got everything. The history, the scenery. I love it.
Amazing. Fabulous. And one quick question left from Marie is, what's the maximum group size for tours?
So on our signature holidays, maximum group size is 25. And on our classic holidays, it's 36. But of course, the actual number is invariably a little bit less than that. So yeah, on average, 22 on a signature and sort of low 30s on a tour.
Lovely. Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you, Will. Now, remember, this session will be available to watch on demand shortly, should you want to recap or encourage a colleague or agent friend to sign up and watch as well. So now we'd like to invite you to move over to our next session, which is Mastering the Riviera Customer Journey. And that session is designed to share expert advice on everything from attracting touring clients to closing the sale, and pre-departure communications and post-travel follow-ups. So I want to invite you to move over now. Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you.